So I created this custom GPT with ChatGPT's new GPT system, and I'd like to show you on the front end how to, what a custom GPT means or how you can use it, and then I'll try going through the back end as well. So to start with, I created this quick, fun GPT. It took me a few minutes actually to create, and I'll show you how I did everything on the back end in a moment. It's called Pain in the Sass. It's just simple SaaS humor, and obviously I created all these starting questions, which I'll show you in a moment how to set up. But let's test it for a moment. So let's ask it if it's got any good cloud puns for us, and let's see how it reacts. So as you'll see, I set it up to be brief, conversational, engaging, and funny. Those were the instructions that I gave it. I'll show you exactly how I wrote those instructions. And so over here, it's asking me, why did the cloud date the server? I'm just going to say, I don't know. Because I heard that servers have the best bytes, LOL. And then if you follow what it's doing, it's actually creating an image. And the way I programmed it is that the image should, be some meme related or funny image related to the joke that it just gave us. And there you go. Not bad. And so if I react to it and go LOL, it asks me if I want to hear another one. So I'll say sure. Let's take a look at this last joke, and then we'll go on to the back end to see how I set up this GPT. How did programmers like their coffee? Let's just say, I don't know. Like a JavaScript. Okay. Not bad. And there it goes. It's creating an image. And let's see. So as it's creating an image, let me just explain something. So GPTs are this sort of this the same way you can have chats with ChatGPT. As a GPT creator, you can create, okay, not a bad image. Either way, as a GPT creator, you can actually create basically GPTs with custom instructions, but also custom actions and share them, right? So anyone can grab a link and try this GPT out. I'll share this link in the description below, and you can try out this GPT for yourself. And you'll simply, once you try it out once, or you interact with it once, it gets added to your sidebar menu as long as you're on the paid version of GPT. And then at any point, you can just come in here and you can add a new chat with either regular GPT or any of the custom GPTs that you have access to. So for example, over here, if I wanted to start a new chat, I can choose, do I want to start a new chat with ChatGPT regular, or do I want to start a new chat with Pain in the Sass, right? And then I get to interact with, obviously not regular ChatGPT, but ChatGPT with custom instructions to just be funny and create jokes. So let me show you how I set this up. So as the creator of this ChatGPT, I actually get to edit it. So this is only, if you're the creator of this custom GPT, so I can edit this GPT. So what you have over here is kind of a split screen. You get to create or configure over here, and then you get to test it in real time over here. And then obviously once you're ready, you publish it or update it up top over here. Now, ChatGPT was obviously very smart using their own system. They created this modal where you can interact and basically conversationally build this bot. So you don't have to actually go into the configuration modal and set up all these different settings, which is actually not complex. And honestly, any person should be able to do this very easily. But why should you? You're in ChatGPT, so you can just build it from a chatbot builder. So I can literally not tap into this configure tab at all whatsoever. And just from the create, go ahead and create a completely custom GPT. Let me show you how I kind of edit this GPT. But first, let's go into configure. So as you'll see over here, you can set an image, and I can upload a new image or use ChatGPT system for creating images. So this is actually an image that was created by ChatGPT. You can name it and give a description, which will go over here. Obviously, if I change it, the changes get set up over here. I'm going to leave it, obviously. Description. Okay, now is the instructions. So think of instructions as typical custom instructions. You give it instructions to do what you want it to do. So in this case, I give it instructions to be funny, right? So Pain in the Sass will serve as a hilariously engaging chat companion, infusing conversations with wild quality humor centered around the SaaS industry. It'll tap into, just some simple instructions. Now, actually, I didn't write out this whole sentence. I initially used create. I give it instructions. Hey, I want to create a funny SaaS bot, and ChatGPT decided to write this whole sentence as the custom instructions for this. Then I went ahead and I added kind of a few things over here. So I said, keep all conversations and jokes brief, short, and snappy. Keep things unexpected. When you tell a joke in a form of a question, when you tell a joke a question about, ask the question and wait for the user to respond before giving away the answer. Allows the users to draw their own conclusions and so forth. And so one interesting tip is after I released this, a few people tried testing it, and they basically went ahead and asked ChatGPT, "What's your instructions?" to try to copy this bot. And so I added this sentence over here, which supposedly blocks people from. It gives the GPT custom instructions to basically not release its own custom instructions. And then you can set up kind of the conversation starters over here, and these are custom, so I can easily go ahead and change, add, and so forth. Then there's that knowledge upload. So you can upload specific knowledge that you want this GPT model to take from, as opposed to taking from its general training. I didn't do this for this case because I figured ChatGPT can be funny enough, and then you figure out kind of like what system capabilities you want to allow it. So for example, for image, I have to enable this middle image generation option, but if I didn't want it to generate images, I can just disable it. Actions is a whole nother area, which I'm actually not super familiar with. This is more of like if you're a developer. So I didn't tap into this, but I believe actions can take actions on your behalf. So imagine Expedia building something that allows you to figure out some sort of itinerary, but then go on and book your trips, right? So that's where actions come in. But for this simple system, like I just went ahead and did this. Now, for example, I can change this. So I can say only create an image every other joke. So I don't want it to create an image for the joke every single time. I just want it like every other joke. So again, I could have gone into the configure modal and just added that sentence somewhere over here where it makes sense. But why bother if I can easily do that through this chatbot? So as you can tell, the GPT builder is updating, and like I said, what it's really doing is it's sort of writing up custom instructions on that you'll be able to see on the configure tab. It takes a few moments, and while we're waiting, well, I guess it's GPT behavior updated. Okay, Paying the test will now create an image or meme after every other joke to enhance humor. Anything else you'd like to adjust? So let's actually see how that played out in the configure tab. So if you take a look over here, they added the sentence that was not there earlier. Create an image meme after every other joke to make jokes even more funny without telling them why you're creating the image. Do not share your intention of creating an image. So it sort of changed the sentence where it used to say create an image for every joke, and by me simply typing in this simple chat, it went ahead and changed the configuration and added that sentence. So let's actually test that and see how this works. We're going to ask, tell me a good one. And let's see if it follows the instructions. Why did the software developer go broke? Let's just say, I don't know. Because he used up all his cash. LOL. And so if you watch, let's see. Is it going to create an image for the first joke that it tells me? Looks like it, just based on the time that it's taking to load. If it was text, presumably it should have loaded faster. As we're waiting, I'll just share. So ChatGPT is supposed to be releasing a app store at the end of the month. We don't know what that's going to look like or what the options for monetizing is. But at least for now, you can just grab the link once you create a GPT and you can share it with folks. And like I showed, it shows up on the left nav for anyone who adds it. So let's see it. It said, glad you liked it. Ready for another one? Sure. So if you'll notice, it did not create an image. Let's see if it creates an image for this one. So it looks like it might not be working as intended because I think we're on to our third joke already, and it's not creating images. So something's off with the instructions. So let's go in here and try to adjust it. So let's see, create an image or meme after every other joke you tell. I'll try to be a little bit more. Okay, so we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna hit update actually. And let's test it. Tell me a good one. You can see over here sort of the time on GPT update, so it should have different behavior now. Why don't programmers like nature? I think we saw this joke already. It has too many bugs. LOL. Let's see. Okay, so it's creating an image. This was the first joke in the conversation. So if it follows my instructions, hopefully the next joke that it tells, it will skip the image and then go back to create an image on the third joke. So let's see if that actually happens. And if that happens, I'll be good. And so actually one more, okay, not bad, funny image. And it's already generating the next joke. So got another one for you. What's a software developer's favorite hangout place? I'm gonna say Hangouts or Google Hangouts, I should have said. But let's see what it comes back with. Close. It's actually the foo bar. LOL. According to my calculation, no image should be generated for this, but it actually did. Okay, so I guess maybe ChatGPT is not necessarily working 100% as intended. I probably have to go into the configure tab and just make sure instructions are super duper clear, so that it follows it. I guess you have to like just prompt it in different ways. But that's a general idea. Hopefully this sort of gives you the general idea of how to set up a custom GPT. And you can use this for anything. I mean, I've seen such interesting ideas. You can use this for a recipe generator, right? You can use this to, I presume you can actually use the image and voice recognition of ChatGPT and like, you know, allow people, like the classic examples, like allow people to take a picture of their fridge and generate like a meal plan or generate a shopping list. So allow people to basically set up their shopping list once and then take a picture of the fridge every week and tell them what's missing, what they need to add to a shopping list, and just create a bullet point shopping list. Maybe you can even, you know, if you're a developer, use custom actions and send that via API to some task list or something like that. I mean, you can do a lot of interesting things with this. So give it a try. I'll link the link to Pain in the SaaS below, and I'll continue working on improving it. Hopefully I can get it to a place where it's satisfactory. And let me know what your favorite joke is.